Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is KidLee, and welcome to an updated first look of Darkest Dungeon. This game has finally received a full release. Now, some of you might know that Darkest Dungeon has been in beta or in the Steam Early Access program for about a year now, so it's good to see that the game has finally been released. So in this video, we're going to go over all of the details of this game if you've never seen it, and if you are someone who has seen it and you are returning, I'll be going over as much information as I can about what is new and what they have changed. So if you're new, Darkest Dungeon is a gothic roguelike turn-based RPG from the developers at Red Hook Studios. Let's go ahead and jump in, and I'll be able to show you what this is all about. The main purpose of this game is to find or recruit new heroes to your party. You then select the heroes and send them on these dungeon runs. And sort of like a standard RPG, your heroes start out at level 0, and you're able to level them up. There's also gear and trinkets and sort of a tree system that you're able to all put into this to level up your crew along with the town that you see on screen. Now, as far as the town, I'm actually going to be getting into that a little bit later. To start this video off, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into a dungeon so I can show you what the dungeon crawl is all about. Now, first of all, as they've been working on this game, they've been slowly adding more classes. For the launch of the game, there are now 14 hero classes in the game. I can go ahead and click on one of these hero classes, and this is what the back end looks like. Again, very standard RPG-esque. There are stats. You've got health, dodge, protection, speed, accuracy, crit, and damage. Down over here, this particular character, this is a leper. He's got a sword and a body armor, and then he's got 2 trinket slots. You also have a bunch of abilities. You can only take 4 abilities into battle at any given time. So you actually have to pick and choose a little bit exactly what you want to take in for each run. Now, what's interesting about this is there is a preferred position and a preferred target, as you can see by these little indicators right here. This particular character likes to be in positions 1 or 2 and not 3 and 4. And then when he attacks, he likes attacking the enemies in positions 1 and 2 and not 3 and 4. If I actually hover over an ability, you'll see what the ability is, what it does, and again, you'll see those little colored circles telling you if I want to use Chop 1, my leper has got to be in positions 1 or 2. If he was in positions 3 or 4, he would not be close enough to the enemies to actually use that ability. So when you are filling out your roster for a run, you have to find a good person for spots 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now let's take a look at somebody else. Let's take a look at one of our healers here. You see she actually prefers spots either 3 or 4. She can do some stuff in 1 and 2, but you see those circles are a lot smaller. Because if you actually take a look at her at the heals, Divine Grace can only be done from 3 and 4. This one can only be done from 2, 3, and 4, and so forth and so on. I think you sort of get the picture. The next thing we'll take a look at is the quirk system. At random, as the game goes along, your heroes will pick up quirks, both good and bad. These sort of whitish, yellowish ones here on the left side are your good ones, and the red ones are bad ones. You know, just as an example, a good one, clutch hitter, plus 3% crit if below 50%, or off guard, -4 speed on the first round, at -5 dodge on the first round. So you can probably imagine this is something that you have to manage. And there are different buildings you can actually go to in town that will help you manage those. But we're going to get into that just a little bit later. Let's go ahead and embark on our first mission. And here is our dungeon layout. You're able to randomly pick and choose what you want to do based on the group that you have. Let's go ahead and, for some reason, it put two guys in my boxes here. Let's get rid of them here real quick. Alright, let's figure out here. What do we want for our group here? Who do we want to put on our first run? And you might see some familiar names in here. Don't know where I got them, but you never know. Let's do indeed. Let's grab a healer for slot number 4. Let's go ahead and grab... Should we grab Cannon? Yeah, let's go ahead and go... we're going to go with my group number 2. So Cannon is going to be my front runner. He's that leper warrior we were looking at. And again, we have our healer. So who's going to fill up our next 2 slots? Let's actually go with more of a support run. So I'm going to go ahead and take a Captain Peters here. He is a jester. And his specialization, there's a couple different ways that you can spec some of these guys. But I actually have him spec'd into support. He likes spot number 3, so we're going to put him in spot number 3. And then finally, let's go ahead and take a grave robber, I think. We've got Balladine here, who's actually a level 0. So she's a brand new character, but I think that'll work out pretty well. And just double check. Spot 2 works. Spot, that's fine, we're not going to use lunge. Actually, she does not have flashing daggers. Let's, actually, I've got to back out here for just a second. Where is... I gotta make one quick change here. So you're actually gonna get to see one of these a little bit early here. So this is a guilds. This is where you can actually unlock and upgrade your skills. Oh, wait a minute. She does have flashing daggers. I just didn't have it unlocked. So let me go back into this. And let me unequip all of her abilities. So she's completely reset. What do I want to take into this fight? I want flashing daggers. I want poison darts. I want throw dagger. Actually, no, I don't want poison darts. I changed my mind on that. Let's go pick to the face. And we need one more. Something good for slot 2. It's going to have to be Shadow Fade, I think. Yes, let's go Shadow Fade. Okay, so she's all set up now. So let's re-embark here, and all we have to do is add Balladine back into the group. Now, from here, we get to pick where do we want to go. So this is a medium level 1. We don't want that. We don't want this one. I want a short. Here we go. Short apprentice level 1. This is going to be our rewards. We get a charm out of the deal. And let's go to provision. We will need 10 food. We want 2 shovels. We want 10 torches. And let's go... Actually, that should be good enough. And let's go ahead and embark. Now, you might ask, well, all that stuff you just added, what is that for? I'll tell you here in just a minute as we load in, because it'll make more sense.
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with...
So we have our dungeon here. And every time you go into a dungeon, it is randomly generated. You will never see the same layout twice. It's one of the really, really cool systems of this game. Every dungeon, every room, every hallway is randomly generated. So it's very, very cool. Now that we are in a dungeon, you'll see that there is a torch at the top of the screen. This is your light level. If the light level is between 175, which it is now, I have +2 scouting and +2 monster surprise. As the light level dims, it gets more difficult. But the rewards are also better. So it's sort of a determination from your standpoint of how hard do you actually want to make it in relation to how your group is doing. So for this run, I'm going to try and keep the torch level above 75 the entire time because it's going to be the easiest thing for us to do. Now you notice that your guys are lined up in a row here, and that is referencing what I was talking about earlier in the positioning. Each character has got a life bar, which is represented by red. Pretty standard stuff. But something that's maybe a little new or a little different is the fact that you have got a bar below your health bar, and it's actually your stress meter. if your stress meter goes up to full, your guys kind of freak out. And there's actually two different things that can happen there. One, they can freak out and it can be something bad, or they can freak out and they can say, you know what, I'm the best, I'm the champion, we're gonna do this thing. So it can actually be something good. I would say it's probably 75% of the time something bad happens. So it's something that you've got to be definitely careful of. A new thing that they added is your stress level can actually go up a full second time. If that actually happens, your guy suffers a heart attack and dies. And speaking of dying, something that's very similar to perhaps like XCOM, if you have a character that dies, they are dead forever. So all of the hard work and money and gearing and everything that you put into these characters, once they're gone, they're gone. So yes, it is one of those games. This game overall is very, very difficult. It's much harder than your standard game, which definitely adds an element of fun to it. Now, something else I'll mention here real quick, but before we get started, a new thing that they've done, and it's something that they've pretty much done throughout the last year, and the word is polish. Polish, polish, polish. They have polished the heck out of this game. It is very, very beautiful, and just a lot of the little subtle animations and subtle little things they put in just make this game, it makes it look good and it makes it play good. So let's move along here. The objective is to complete 100% of the room battles. And you can see our dungeon layout here. So let's actually work our way backwards. And we're going to start working our way through this hallway. Oh, first fight right here. We surprise them, so I get to strike first. Two new additions to the game. One, they have actually added a round indicator up here next to the torch, so you know how many rounds of fighting that there has been. They have also added some tick marks next to all of the enemies, which you can see right here. And the tick marks are an indication of who needs to go yet this round. They have also added this indicator here. This entire section down here, sort of the lower right, is all brand new within the last couple of months. And it tells you all about the enemy, what they can do, what are their stats, what are their skills. It's just a very nice informational panel. Very, very cool stuff. Okay, Grave Robber is up first. Which ability do we want to use on said enemies? That is the question. We are going to go with Flashing Daggers. You'll see that there's actually two little red dots, and there's a line in between them. That is meaning that Flashing Daggers is going to hit more than one bad guy. So it's basically an AoE, if you want to call it that. I'll go ahead and click it, and I can hover over these guys, and you can see they're sort of in yellow or gold, that this is going to do 4 to 7 damage. So Grave Robber, let it fly. There we go. I took him down to about 50% health, and they also got debuffed. Now, here comes Captain Peters with his singing. Again, I have him designed as a support character, so he is going to do this ability, which is +3 speed, 5 accuracy, and 2 crit to all of my guys. So my crew is ready to go. Now here comes Cannon. Big sword swing chop. 9 to 17. And he missed. How could you, buddy? How could you? Alright, healer time. I don't have anything to heal at this time, but I do have one ability that I can do. Let's go ahead and knock it on this guy. 1 to 3 damage. And he dodged that. So we're in a real contest here. 7 damage to me. And you'll notice the little camera spin that happens, the sort of sway back and forth, and the zoom in that is happening with these animations are absolutely fantastic. Okay, Captain Peters, let's debuff their entire crew. And you see that there was a little bit of movement change that happened there. Some of the abilities actually have that. But Baladine, finish them off here. Come on. Nope, not quite. We're close. Almost got 2 dead fish. There we go. 16 strike. Now, we got to do some serious healing here. Nice crit on the 8. Very nice. So the battle wages back and forth here. The fish guys are taking it to me. Now, here's something new they added, and this has actually been something that there's been a lot of talk about on the forums and on the internet. Some of the creatures, when you kill them, instead of just disappearing and then everybody moving up, they actually, it's just their corpse on the ground, and it remains an obstacle. This is something that, personally, I don't like. I think it's an element that they added to make the game even harder. The game was bloody hard enough as it is. I really don't think they needed to make it harder. But they did anyway. So now you have to actually get rid of this corpse in order to get these other guys to move ahead in the line. It's a little bit of a pain, I must say. I'm going to reposition the crew here. Alright, flashing daggers. Finish them off. Boom. And we got some loot out of the deal. And a new torch. Alright, we're still at 100%. Let's go ahead and move on. Oh, there's a bag here. Now I can choose whether or not to loot it. It could be good, it could be bad. Randomly generated. Oh, we actually got a key and some gold. Awesome. Oh, we've got a fish buried chest here. It's blanketed in barnacles. Can we use a key? Nope, no effect. Doesn't matter. So we lost the key and there was nothing inside. It's a darn shame is what that is. Darn shame. Oh, crap. Oh, that's even worse. 1, there's an exploding guy here. 2, my guys got surprised, so they are now out of order. That is very, very bad. Alright, how do I want to do this? We've got to get rid of this exploding guy. He is high priority to die. That was a heck of a good first shot. Do your worst, fish magician. Debuff them. Do your worst, fish man. Alright, we got to move you up. This is where things are going to start getting messy. Who needs the better heal? We're going to put it on Captain Peters. Don't blow up. Don't blow up. Ugh. He's scary. Ah, squid juice. I resisted it, though. I don't care about your stress wave. Alright, we've got to reposition here. Good dodge. Alright, kill this fool. Thank you. We got him before he could blow up. Alright, what options do we have here? Let's go with... Let's do an intimidate. We got a 1 on that. There's a 3 on our heal. Ew, icky goo, but I resisted it. That's all that matters. Okay, we need to buff our crew. First time I was able to do that. Oh, that sucker, he's a healer. Gotta kill that Murloc fish healer. That's what I say. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. That should get everybody back into proper position. Gotta heal up the grave robber. She is dangerously low. Let's see. Let's kill this. Yeah. Dang it, a 3. I was 1 off, I think. Yep. Luckily, he's a terrible shot with his goo. That's all that really matters. Alright, let's do another debuff. Alright, flashing daggers time. Big swing here. Thank you.
Maintain the offensive.
And I've got the narrator in this game turned down, but let me tell you, the narrator in this game is amazing. Best game narrator ever. Good shot with the daggers. There's only one left now. Let's do an AoE heal. And finish off this little... Actually, there's no way to... I don't have a stun on this guy, do I?
As the fiend falls.
Alright, we got some bandages. Might need those later. Okay, room clear. Let's backtrack. Light level has now faded. Let's go ahead and burn a torch. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the next room. Another barnacle chest here. Uh-oh. Now I'm bleeding. Good thing I picked up that bandage. Oh, another torch. How lovely. Yeah, great. Let's go ahead and pop another torch here. Alright, buff up time. You fish and squid men aren't gonna last 2 seconds against me. Actually got a 7 there on that strike. Actually taking some damage this time. Kinda sucks. Big swing here. Oh, come on, buddy. How can you miss a fish? Alright, debuff for their crew. Dagger up. Good shot. And then there was 2. That was a 9 strike. Ow. Yeah, take a 17 to the face. You fool. Now there's nothing but your little snail guy left. Alright, let's return to your position. Let's go ahead and switch to pick to the face. Man, that was a low shot. Holy crap. Kinda you do better than that, Captain. There we go. Cannon got it done. Let's move along.
Creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Oh, crap. That was... And they surprised me. Great. Just what I always wanted. Okay, how do we want to do this? Let's buff my crew. Luckily, I'm still in proper position for that. Flashing daggers down the center. Nice 7 to 4. Hey, she's innocent. Leave her alone. Don't kill my healer. Alright, let's reposition. Ooh, a 9 shot. We're hurting something fierce here. She's 1 away from death's door. We cannot allow this to happen. Okay, how do I want to do this? That is the question. Let's try and stress them out again. Man, they're just resisting. Those center 2 will be dead next round. Good dodge there, boys and girls. They're trying to stress me out. Don't let them do it. Okay, heal time. Heal yourself for an 8. Yes. Yes. Good dodge. So, you think you're pretty tough, huh, man? Take that. And the flashing daggers will finish off your buddies next round. Let's readjust positions. Heal time. Good dodge. Not so good dodge. Double kill. And then there's only one of you left, Fishman. And unfortunately... Oh, I've got an ability here that'll clear all corpses. Very, very nice. That's going to bring him right to the front. Hi. You didn't expect to be here, did you? Did you, Fishman? And now you shall die for your treachery. Wow, all kinds of good stuff.
Success.
I'm going to go ahead and burn a couple of my food. These actually will heal up my guys just a little bit. Now, what is this thing? A fish idol. What could we do with a fish idol? How about some herbs? You want some herbs? No, that didn't do anything. Well, let's open it very carefully. And it's... Oh, great. Oh, just fantastic. Negative 25% damage and accuracy. Beautiful. Is there any way to get rid of that? How about some herbs? It did, thank God. Thank God. Okay, we're only like half done here. Scouting radius went out. And we have got some hallway battles even coming up here. Torch level needs to be adjusted. Found some loots in there. I'm half tempted to go ahead and burn some more food here. Let's do it. Oh, my jellyfish attacks. The jellyfish attacks, yes. Don't do it, jellyfish. Oh, now I'm bleeding. Oh, wow, they got electricity on their jellyfish. Holy crap. These jellyfish are not to be trifled with. Clearly. They actually managed to stun me. One dead jellyfish. Two dead jellyfish. That's gonna be the name of the song. Knife to the face of the jellyfish. Here he comes again. Great. We got multiple guys bleeding out. What does that mean? It means very bad things for me. That's what it means. Good shot. Luckily, the jellyfish have very little health. Now there's nothing left but your voodoo man. And he's dead. But unfortunately, my crew is kind of hurting here a little bit. I'm just saying. Oh, there's a trap right here. Alright, something new that they added is they added trap indicators now. You can actually hover over the guys and see what their disarm level is for the traps. How much longer am I going to bleed? I've only got so much blood in me. I'm gonna have to burn some more food on her. Good. No battle here, thank goodness. There is a battle. That might be the last battle. So we're gonna go just right for it. We can't mess around. Alright, this is what a shovel is used for. Debris.
Another misfortune.
If you don't have a shovel, then you have to do it by hand, and it takes time and stresses your guy out, and it's just a bad situation overall. Great, we got a really, really big guy here. Let's go ahead and, yeah, let's buff up my crew first. It's going to be the better option. Blanket fire is not good right now. Luckily, that was only a 3. I'm getting in the danger zone here on some health bars. Especially with the amount of AoE that they're pulling off. There we go, 17 on the big guy. It's a lot of his health. I need some big heals here. Big heals. There we go. One down. Okay, big heal for you, buddy. Alright, we actually did get that. Yet he still hits with his gun. Little punk.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Let's back you off. Come on, I need some heals here. Oh, there's an 8. Thank you. Gotta get rid of that corpse. Rushed shot. He can take the hits. I'm not really all that concerned about it. Oh, he dodged the axe. Or the pick. Uh-oh, death's door. And you might say, well, what's death's door? You can see that she has no health left, and she's blinking red. So each time she gets hit, she has a 50% chance of dying. That's what death's door is. So any hit could kill her. But luckily, we're going to be able to take her out of death's door here by popping some food. I'm going to get her up to 2 health. That's the best I can do. And it sucks. And now she's got some major penalties until the end of this dungeon. That's why you don't want your guys dropping down that low. And we better hope that this is the last fight in here, otherwise we're screwed. And it's going to be a tough fight. Great. And that big thing up front just got a major boost. We're going to have to put everything we've got into it. 3 to 7. Shoot. This is going to suck. That big thing... luckily, he just got moved back a spot. I don't know if it's going to matter or not, but... I missed. Come on. We cannot afford to have that happen. Luckily there, he ended up doing a buff instead of an attack. A 2? Really? A 2? That's the best you got. Come on, let that go on all their guys. Well, 2 of them. A 5. Holy cow, we're hitting low. At least my health bars are looking a little bit better. I mean, not much, but a little bit. Dodge. Go, dodge. So lucky here. So lucky. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Her damage and stuff is big time reduced. That's why she's hitting like crap right now. A 7. Don't do it. Don't do it. Thank you. Thanks for the resist. I love ya. I punch. Oh, now the grave. Yeah. Alright, rebuff. And now I'm at death's door again. Even bleeding can kill me. Alright, there's the big guy finally dead. Don't do it. Good dodge. Good dodge. They're trying to kill her. He's a better healer than I am. Alright, she's back up. We don't have any more bandages, do we? Nope. Nope, we don't. Okay, what do I want to do here? That's the question. Let's try another debuff. Alright, I don't know if flashing daggers is the right answer here, so this should kill him. Well, actually, no, it won't. It's... I guess let's find out. 7! It was close. That's what I was trying to get at. It was close. Let's go ahead and clear these corpses. Bring these two nerds to the front of the line. Uh-oh, she's freaking out. And no, she's paranoid.
The walls close in. The shadows whisper of conspiracy.
And you might say, well, what does that mean exactly? And I thought there was an explanation in here. But apparently not. Well, paranoid is paranoid. There's going to be times where I can't control her, which is actually is what just happened when I was in that other screen. She actually went on her own. And the grave robber is at death's door again. Alright, how do we want to do this? Flashing daggers is only going to go after 1. Throw dagger is going to do 4 to 9. Pick to the face is going to do 4 to 9. Let's throw some daggers. We hit on the high end. Thank you for the heals. We're going to just barely make it through this, I think.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
We need some buffs. Yeah, all of the buffs and debuffs and bleeds and all that stuff only are active for so many rounds, and then they go away. And that's a dead fish right there. You're the only one left, lady. There, she went on her own. I had no control right there. That's because she's paranoid. There we go. Please let this be the end.
Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven
And I
to the
actually
mind.
have a full inventory here. What do we want to get rid of? I think, actually, I'm okay with getting rid of that. So close it. And we are done. Thank you. Let's go home. Yep. Let's get out of here.
Wholesome marine life can flourish.
So here's our people leveling up. This is like the level up screen. And I talked about those quirks you get at random. Here's one of the spots where you can get random quirks. You see 2 of my guys got some good things, and Baladine got something bad. Now let's go ahead and return to town, and I will show you what the town screen is,
In time,
if you've never
you
seen
will
it.
know the tragic extent of my
So you're able to go to the stagecoach to recruit new heroes if you choose to do so. A little bit before I talked about this stress meter, and you can see that the stress meter stays with you forever. And so you actually have to work on reducing your stress. How do you do that? Well, you go to the bar, of course, and you can, drink your cares away, the gambling hall, the brothel, or maybe that's not your thing. Maybe you want to go to the abbey and meditate or pray. So all of those options are available to you to then get rid of your stress. And so Mystery is here. We're going to take her to the church, and she's now going to pray to the higher power to reduce her stress. As I showed you a little earlier, the guilds is where you can come and unlock additional abilities and then rank up the abilities that you have. There is a blacksmith. You can come here to upgrade your armor and your weapons. For the currency in the game, you've probably noticed that I've been getting gold, but then I've also been getting these heirlooms. And the heirlooms are what you use to unlock the different items in all of the different buildings. So if we go to Tavern here, this is the upgrade screen for the tavern. So I can upgrade the bar, upgrade the gambling, upgrade the brothel, so forth and so on. And again, we go back over to the blacksmith, and I can upgrade the weaponsmithing, the armor smithing, and the furnace to allow me to get better and higher level items. There is the nomad wagon where I can come here to buy more trinkets if I don't want to go with the ones that drop. There's also a survivalist area which involves the camping skill. So in dungeons that are very, very long, like we did a short one there. There are ones that are medium and longer size, and you can actually stop, break camp, and try and heal your wounds and whatnot. And so this area is unlocking your camping skills. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty much what Darkest Dungeon is all about. Like I said, it's all about building your team, building up your heroes, you know, going through the leveling, trying to go through all these dungeons, get to the actual Darkest Dungeon and beating it, and that is your end game. But overall, this game is just, it's absolutely fantastic. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely difficult at times. It can be frustrating at times, but the overall experience is absolutely fantastic. When it went into early access in 2015, people already knew it was going to be a Game of the Year contender. It's now released in 2016. It will be a Game of the Year contender for 2016. It is that good of a game. And the other thing I'll say about how good it is, you know you have a good game when people start referencing this to describe other things. Like earlier, I was talking about the death system in this game, and I said, you know, it's kind of like how they do it in XCOM. Well, since this game has been in beta, there has been other games that have come out and released, and people say, you know, it's kind of like Darkest Dungeon. So when people start referencing this game to describe other games, you know it is an amazing piece of art. An amazing game overall. But that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go ahead and do it for this video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Thank you all so much for watching. And with that being said, everybody keep playing and have fun.